parents of preteen campers, are you ready to send your kids off to camp? Yeah, I thought so. And I'm sure that your kids are ready to be there as well. Well, we are right in the middle of our summer, and so I wanted to send this message out as one last or near last communication to you before we take off to camp next Monday morning. In this video, it's going to be fairly short, and so I want to give you some vital information. Hopefully you already have this, but just in case, this video will cover times we're leaving, things to bring to camp, and so forth. So how you can best be prepared. Hopefully by this time you have filled out every single page of camp forms that we need, whether it's a Bear Creek form, whether it's a CenterKid form, or whether it's a Trinity Pines form. Those three sections will all need to be completed by next Monday so that we can be prepared to take your kids to camp. Along with that, there's medical information and all kinds of things that you'll need to be aware of, and hopefully you've gone through that. If not, at any point, you can contact us this week. We'll have some of those things ready for you to drop off and finalize on Monday, but the sooner you can get them to us, the better we can be prepared, all right? So let's begin by times. So on Monday, July 14th, that's next Monday, a week from today, you will need to drop off and check in your kids at 10 a.m. At the gym. That's right over here for me. The gym entrance that's on the back side of the church, and we will have some signs up directing you to that. And so we need your kids to come in there. They can drop off their luggage because we're going to have them load the luggage when the bus gets here at about 10:30. And we can assist with that. But also we want you to make sure that they have a sack lunch to eat while we're traveling, or they can go ahead and eat it before we get there. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to camp, and then we'll share on social media with you all that we have arrived and things are going great, because they will be going great. It's going to be an incredible, fast-paced day, and so we can't wait for that to happen. We also need you to pick up your child on Friday, because they can't go home with me, Friday the 18th, and we will be leaving the camp there around 9:45, 10 o'clock in the morning, and hopefully to return here on site at Bear Creek between 11:30 a.m. and 12 p.m. It'll be over by the office, so around that same space where you dropped them off, and you can collect luggage and that kind of a thing, give them hugs and so forth. Cheer us as we come in. We would love to see that. And we'll let you know on social media as well, as far as texting groups, so that you can know that we will be arriving soon. Now, what I'd like to do is go over something that you probably have seen already several times, and that is the parent packet. It has a lot of vital information, like the theme, what they need to wear and bring, also what kind of spending money, and all of those things. So let's go through it just a few moments here really quick. On the front page, you'll see the theme and the verse and the daily content that your students will be learning. If your student is a fourth grader, they need to wear or bring some green colored t-shirt or socks or headbands, anything that they would like to wear for the OMC Day game. They'll be in their team colors, which for fourth grade is green, and for fifth grade is blue. So that is right here on the bottom section. I've actually highlighted it here, but you'll need to be aware of that, okay? So if you have green, blue, really load them up. The more more fun they're gonna have, the more they have. And then of course over here on this side is the camp schedule. So when we get there, what each day is kind of like, and so forth. Now your child has signed up for track times, of which they'll get 2 per day, starting on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. And we'll have some hangout time in between then as well, but the tracks they've signed up for, they will find those out Monday evening after we get there during our church group time. It's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait for that. And then of course on the back side, it talks a little bit about what OMC is like, and mail. Now remember, mail, if you want your child to receive mail every day, you can send it to the camp, but we suggest you prep it and drop it off with us, and we call it Bear Mail since we're Bear Creek kids. And you can drop it off with us on Monday in a bin at a station in the gym. And then we will hand it out appropriately per day, whatever you have for them, okay? That's also the same place where you will drop off your medication and any other things like that we'll check in and then turn over to Trinity Pines once we arrive there. Now, here's some things that you want to be aware of on your packing list, okay? First, here's some things that they can bring. Here's some things they can't bring. So just for instance, a watch to keep time and track when and where they need to be, when and where. Certainly a Bible and a notepad and writing utensils, right? A bag for dirty or wet clothes, and things like that. All of their toiletries, etc. Plenty of a set of closed-toed shoes, because if they don't have closed-toed shoes and they want to participate in, say, something like recreation, like football, basketball, etc., they will not be allowed to play because they don't have the proper footwear. So please, please, please prep your child appropriately. So the right type of clothing. We're going to be in hot, sweaty weather, okay? Yes, there will be times when we're in cooler weather, like in the worship times, so they can bring a light jacket or pullover, whatever. But most of the time, we're going to be in hot, sweaty weather. So shorts, t-shirt, that kind of a thing. Also, I would suggest for swimming suits, all boys and girls need to have a shirt that goes over their outfit, just for modesty's sake. The camp requests that, and so do we, all right? Now, some other things that they need to bring: water bottle, for sure, because it's going to be hot, and there were water stations everywhere, and sunscreen, bug spray, that kind of a thing. They also need to bring, in regards of money, they need to bring some missions money to give to the missions organization, and then, of course, if they want to spend any money for snacks that are there or souvenirs, that kind of a thing. Don't give them too much, because we won't be responsible for that. They will be. This is a great opportunity for your child to learn some responsibility on, clothing, dressing themselves, getting themselves ready in a timely manner, spending money, all of those kinds of things. We'll help them with that, with those decisions, but you need to prepare them for that. Speaking of preparing, all of their clothing and items should have their name or initials on them somewhere so that they can keep up with that. And speaking of packing, one final thing on packing, I'm really militant on this. We are going to allow one suitcase, preferably rolling, but one suitcase and one carry-on, not including their pillow. I will have a backpack, I will have my pillow, I will have my luggage, and that's it. Everything will go with me in that form, and everything will return with me in that form. I will not be bringing back another bag of extra clothes or dirty clothes. All of that will need to fit back into my suitcase. And so please train or teach your child how to do all of those things on their own. We will be there to assist them and help them and answer their questions and help them pack and whatnot, but they need to have this practice before they leave. This is great learning for them. Okay, anything else as far as camp? Oh yes, we're going to have lots of fun. And so we would love for you to follow us on social media, whether that's Instagram and or Facebook. We'll be having stories, reels, and shots of your kids throughout each and every day. And our children's ministry intern is already prepping for that. And so it's going to be an incredible opportunity for you to see your kids in action. So stay tuned. And if you have any other questions, you can respond to this email, or contact us directly in the office, and we'll be glad to help you get ready for your kids to go to camp. It's going to be an exciting and fun-filled week, but it's also going to be a great opportunity for them to learn a lot of things about God and about their relationship with Him. And so we look forward to that. With that said, this is Pastor Sam, ready to go to camp, and we'll see you next Monday.